Hey everyone, I've got another Digimon video for tonight, and this time it is going to be on the EmperorGreymon Red Hybrid deck. I did a video on EmperorGreymon sometime last year, I think, or the year before that. I know I've done a video on him before. That was back when it was a budget deck. I mean, it's still slightly budget now, but it's actually a full deck now. We can make a full deck on it without having to essentially run it as a substitute for Ancient Greymon, who is still expensive as heck. Yeah, now that it can be its own complete deck, that's pretty nice. Anyway, this is, again, you probably saw my community post. This is the Red Hybrid deck, meaning you can turn your tamers into Digimon. As you can see, this tamer, Takuya, actually has an inheritable effect, which is something only Digimon really have. However, he still has a security effect of play this card without paying the cost if it's checked in security, like it does with all tamers. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that, or it not having that effect. It's still there. Anyway, yeah, let's get started with this one. Again, this is another BT12 deck. It's actually again, still fairly cheap one, and it's actually a very good one too. For the eggs, surprisingly, it's not Koromon, despite being a Greymon deck. It is Yokomon. It has the inheritable effect of on deletion. If you have a red tamer in play, which you will, you draw one card. Yep, that's Yokomon. I mean, if you do happen to still have your egg when you get up into EmperorGreymon, I guess you could use Koromon, but again, as this is a hybrid deck, meaning you are going to technically use your tamers as Digi-Eggs as well, it doesn't really matter. You're going to use Yokomon to evolve into your Flamemons and other level 3s and run into your opponent's security with them, and since they have low power points, it is more likely they'll be deleted, and you can use Yokomon's effect of on deletion to draw a card. And that's kind of the plan with Yokomon. You could also run Greymon if you want, but you actually do get more out of Yoko, in my opinion, in this deck. Next up is Flamemon. It has the on-play effect of reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card with hybrid in its traits, Susanomon or Takuya Kanbara among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order, and it has the inheritable effect of on deletion. You may play 1 Takuya Kanbara from your hand without paying the memory cost, which is nice. More ways to get your tamers onto the field without having to pay the cost for them. Next up is another Flamemon. That's going to be a lot of the level 3s. This one also has an on-play effect of by trashing 1 Digimon card with hybrid in its trait, you draw 2 cards. Sorry. And it has the inheritable effect of your turn. While this Digimon has hybrid or 10 warriors in its traits, it gets an extra 2k DP, so that'll really help boost your higher level hybrid Digimon a lot. We got one more Flamemon. This time it's only 2 copies of this Flamemon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with hybrid in its form, and or 1 tamer card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Everything is traits now. I think it says form because this is an older card. They've switched everything as of recently to traits. But everything does have hybrid in its form, so that's no problem. Next up, we have a weird one. We've got Bokomon. It has the on-play effect of Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with hybrid or 10 warriors, its traits, and 1 tamer card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. And it also has the other effect of your turn. Once per turn, when one of your tamers digivolves, you gain 2 memory. So, for example, if you digivolve your tamer into a Goonimon, it is a cost of 2. If you have Bokomon on the field, it essentially reduces the evolution cost to 0, which is pretty cool. And speaking of, next up is a Goonimon. This has an alternative evolution cost of digivolving for 1 on Burning Greymon. That is one of the Greymons who's technically not a Greymon. You may digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your Takuya Kambaras, as if that card was a level 3 red Digimon, and it also has the on-deletion effect of you can play 1 Flamemon from your hand suspended without paying the cost. And the inheritable effect of on-deletion, you may play 1 Takuya Kambara from your hand without paying the cost. Again, more ways to get your tamers onto the field. Yeah, he's pretty nice. And here's Burning Greymon. It can digivolve for 1 on top of a Goonimon. Or you may digivolve this card from your hand and onto one of your Takuyas as if that card was a level 3 red Digimon for a Digivolution cost of 2. And of course, it also has the base Digivolution cost of 3 on top of a red level 3. And a Goonimon, I think, has it for 2. So, yeah. And, yeah, you can transform one into the other, which is pretty cool, and so on and so forth. As that is a slide evolution. And next up, we've got another Burning Greymon. You may digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your red tamers as if the tamer is a level 3 red Digimon for a memory cost of 2, but it can also digivolve on top of a level 3 for 3, or another level 4 for 1. So again, kind of the same as this Burning Greymon. You can digivolve it for 1 on top of an Agoonimon. And then when digivolving, if a card with hybrid in its traits or Takuya Kambara is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. That is that for EmperorGreymon, or not EmperorGreymon, Burning Greymon, aka Vitriamon, I believe in Japanese, and that is why it's not counted as a Greymon in the TCG, because it's an entirely different Digimon altogether. But again, for some reason in English they called it Greymon, because back then you had to name the main character stuff Greymon, even though Growlmon and Gallantmon and Guilmon exists, and EmperorGreymon and all that. But that was during a time with, we have to include Greymon, guys. It's not Digimon otherwise. Oh well, I like Greymon. I don't care. They can make more Greymons all they want. This is Aldamon. When one of your Digimon with a Tamer card and its Digivolution cards digivolves into this card from your hand, reduce the memory cost by 2, and when digivolving, if this card has hybrid in its traits and this Digimon's Digivolution cards, this Digimon gets an extra 4000 DP for the turn, and it has the inheritable effect of, while this Digimon has hybrid or 10 warriors in its traits, it does not activate security effects of your opponent's option cards, which is awesome, essentially giving your big level 6s the effect of the option card Delicate Plan, which is nice. It's funny, Delicate Plan used to be a must in every red deck, but now it seems like every red deck is getting an alternative of that. We've got another Aldamon. This one is actually pretty unique, as I believe it's one of the first Digimon cards to have a in-hand effect. By placing 1 Agoonimon and 1 Burning Greymon from your trash under one of your Takuyas in any order, digivolve it into this card as if that card was a level 4 red Digimon for its Digivolution cost, which is 3 on a level 4. And then it has the on-deletion effect of return one of your Takuyas from your trash to your hand. Next up, we got one of the... Well, this is the new BT12 EmperorGreymon. It has the security attack +1 right there. And then the when Digivolving effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. If this Digimon has a red Tamer card in its Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP instead. And if you remember from a lot of the effects, for example, Flamemon gives it an extra 2k DP, and who else? Oh yeah, BT12 Burning Greymon has the same as Flamemon, and there's some other cards too that can boost EmperorGreymon's power. So essentially meaning with its Digivolution effect, its deletion can be, well, sky's the limits really, whatever you can get it to. It also has an on-deletion. You may play one Takuya Kambara from your hand or trash without paying the cost. So that's nice. Even if he's defeated, he can bring a Tamer back. We got the original EmperorGreymon now. This is the when Digivolving Blitz guy, meaning even if you pass the memory over to your opponent, he can attack immediately. Your turn. When this Digimon is blocked, unsuspend it and gain 1 memory for each Digivolution card in this Digimon has with hybrid in its traits. So if you do go for the Blitz and say your opponent blocks it, he unsuspends, and then you get memory back, meaning if you managed to pass it over to your opponent's turn, but not by a lot, you might be able to continue your turn, which is pretty cool. Again, if this is like, typically you'll be probably using this as your big finisher or a hybrid for game kind of thing. The final Digimon is Susanomon. Let's see, you may Digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your Tamers as if that Tamer was a level 6 Digimon by placing 10 Tamer cards and or cards with hybrid in their traits from your hand and or trash at the bottom of your deck in any order. It has security attack +2, and not on deletion, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon outright. This was the card that got Mega Digimon Evolution banned, because as you can see, it is a level 7 that can evolve for 7 on any color, and it's got a crazy when Digivolving effect. Now, we're only running one as... Well, really, Susanomon is just a win more card, in all honesty. It's there to look pretty, and just to... If you're not sure you're going to win, you play this as well. We got 4 of this Takuya. It has the security effect of play this without paying the cost, like any Tamer, and start of your turn, if you have 2 or less memory, set your memory to 3. That is very nice for at least red hybrid to get a memory setter. And then it has the inheritable effect of your turn, this Digimon gets an extra 2k DP. While this Digimon has 10,000 DP or more, it gains your turn once per turn. When this Digimon checks an opponent's security, you gain 2 memory, which is pretty cool. Although I kind of like to have at least one of him on the field, even without evolving it, just to set my memory to 3. We also have this Takuya, again, same security effect. Main, once per turn, you may place 5 cards with hybrid in their traits from your trash under this Tamer in any order to Digivolve it into an EmperorGreymon in your hand for its Digivolution cost, as if this Tamer was a level 5 red Digimon. Your turn has the inheritable effect of this Digimon gets an extra 2k DP, while this Digimon has 10,000 DP or more against security attack +1. So if you happen to get the new EmperorGreymon onto this Takuya, you have security attack +2, which is very nice. Essentially meaning you also kind of get Susanomon. Again, Susanomon, I mean, he's fun to have, but again, you don't really need him. If you can get him, sure, go ahead, put him in. Although there are other hybrid decks where he might be better suited for. That is it for the Tamers. We got this option, Atomic Inferno. Main one of your Digimon with hybrid in its traits gains 3000 DP and security attack +1. And the effect, your turn, when this Digimon is blocked, you gain 3 memory. And that has the security effect of all of your Digimon get an extra security attack +1 until the end of your next turn, which is pretty cool. Meaning if your opponent checks this in their security, they're kind of done. The final card is Fire Drake Strike. Is the main effect of choose one of your Digimon with hybrid in its traits. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to that chosen Digimon's DP. Kind of the same effect as this EmperorGreymon when it has its full capabilities unlocked while having a tamer under him. And then the security effect of you can play one of your Takuyas from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. Once again, more ways to get our tamers onto the field, since that's the whole point of this deck. And that is it for EmperorGreymon. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm thinking for my next video, I'll probably have a Yu-Gi-Oh! One up. See you then.